Right now, a family is desperate to find their teenage daughter.
They're worried something bad may have happened to her. The teen hasn't been seen in a month. News 6 reporter Mark Lehman has more on what's being done to find her.
Investigators say this is an area they've searched before, but also wanted to revisit. Those here hoping to find any clue, no matter how small, that will get results in finding the missing teen.
It's just day to day, and it's just so scary. That's how we're very scared.
Fear of the unknown gripping the grandparents of Ashlyn Bowman today. The couple joined by roughly 24 volunteers and deputies in an all-out search for the missing 18-year-old.
I hope we do find her. I hope we don't, but I hope we do. If she is here, we got to find her.
Rotary Park was the last place Ashlyn was seen 1 month ago. Since then, her family has spread the word through flyers and on social media. Deputies say there weren't any problems at home, but the teen may have gotten involved with drugs before she disappeared.
Her behavior was a little bit erratic before she disappeared, and we want to find her and find out why.
Investigators also saying there aren't any signs Ashlyn was hurt, but with rumors of foul play surfacing online, they are concerned with finding the teen. An exhaustive search leading her grandparents here, saying they won't give up hope.
Please just let us know that you're okay. She knows that we love her very much.
Now, we're told other areas are being looked at in addition to the search out here. Deputies say the biggest help they can get from anyone is to call the sheriff's office if you think you've seen Ashlyn Bowman. For now, reporting in Edgewater, Mark Lehman, News 6.
And there are more fears about another local teen missing this afternoon. She vanished on vacation with her family hundreds of miles away. 14-year-old Katie Barlow from Orange County was in Washington State with her family when she disappeared Sunday. Investigators say they found her cell phone about 30 miles away from where she was last seen, leaving family worried she may have been abducted. Deputies have been searching that area, but so far have found no other signs of Barlow. The FBI has also been called in to help with that search. Outside today, it'll feel like 100 degrees.
Meteorologist Troy Bridges joins us now. And Troy, we're already pinpointing showers in parts of Central Florida.
Yeah, just a few showers across Central Florida. Lots of folks would actually like to see more of this stuff to help cool us down a little bit. As Bridget pointed out, feeling like 100, especially later in the afternoon in many spots. As we show you the radar, most of us are dry, but we are seeing that east wind bringing on shore just enough moisture to produce a few showers. Some of these dying out the farther inland they're moving, but there's Port St. John, Cape Canaveral. You see the yellows and the reds, some light to moderate rain moving farther off to the west. Also to the north of that region, we're pinpointing a few showers just now popping up in Flagler County, mainly inland now of Palm Coast, inland of Flagler Beach, right on top of Bunnell, a sprinkle or two. There is more of that to come as we head into the afternoon. The other story, of course, the temperatures. We're at 91 in Sanford, 90 in Daytona Beach, 90 in Ocala, 89 in Melbourne, but you factor in the muggy air and many areas are approaching that 100-degree mark. It feels like 102 right now in Cocoa Beach, 98 in the Villages. Through the day, the actual temperature getting up to 94 with a 40% coverage of those afternoon storms. Now coming up, Bridget and Justin, we are going to pinpoint today's rain. We're talking about more rain and more heat. Just when you can expect any changes straight ahead.
See you then, Troy. Thanks so much. The mother of an 8-year-old boy who accidentally shot and killed himself in Port Orange is now opening up about her heartbreak.
Sometimes I just feel numb. Like I said before that, I just wish I could wake up and none of this is real.
Christopher Scurry died last Friday after accidentally shooting himself while visiting his grandmother. Scurry's mother, Davina Gooden, says he was a smart and caring boy who loved his family, and what's even worse, the boy's father died just 6 months ago.
Even when we were struggling, he would always say, "Mommy, let's just pray. Let's just pray, Mommy. It's gonna be okay, Mommy. It's gonna be okay, Mommy." And how I wish he was here today to say, "Mommy, it's gonna be okay."
The gun Christopher got a hold of was stolen, and police are still trying to figure out how it got into his grandmother's house in the first place. Gooden says she will now advocate gun safety for the rest of her life in memory of her son. There is a health alert throughout the state related to the Zika virus.
For the first time, health workers say someone may have contracted the virus here instead of catching it while traveling out of the country. Last night, the Department of Health announced it's conducting an investigation into a possible non-travel related infection. All they're saying for now is that it's happened in Miami-Dade County. As we've been reporting, the virus is especially dangerous for pregnant women because it's known to cause birth defects. And health experts say if this is in fact a case contracted locally, there's now a lot more work that will need to be done.
They're going to have to do a very careful determination of where the individual lives, where they work, and where they've been playing for the last couple of weeks. We don't know the exact incubation period, in other words, the time from when a person's body encounters the Zika virus within and when that person manifests disease.
The health department is warning people to clear standing water from around your homes and working locations and take precautions to avoid getting bitten by mosquitoes.
New at noon, the International Space Station got a special delivery today, all thanks to a SpaceX Dragon capsule that successfully docked there. The rocket left the Space Coast on Sunday night. You may have heard that sonic boom from the rocket landing back on Earth. Its capsule was full of thousands of pounds of food, supplies, experiments. Also on board a new docking ring to let manned missions from SpaceX and other companies reach the station. Well, today Orlando City is expected to introduce fans the new head coach of the team.
Officially, the soccer club announced Jason Kreis will take over as the head man for the Lions. Kreis replaces fan favorite Adrian Heath and comes to Orlando after being fired from NYCFC following their inaugural season. Kreis also spent time with Real Salt Lake and was a member of the U.S. men's national team for 4 years. Orlando City's next game is on the road this Saturday against the Columbus Crew. Well, a Lake County boy has been called a hero. Yeah, he ran into a friend's burning home, all to save their family dog. What firefighters believe started the fire and how the family is doing this afternoon. Plus, the vote today in Volusia County that could have a major impact on the homeless population there. And it's day 3 of the Republican National Convention. Up next, the familiar faces you'll see on stage tonight. You're watching News 6 at noon, getting results from Mims, Winter Springs, and all of Central Florida on Dare and on the News 6 app. Tonight, 2 local leaders will take the stage of the Republican National Convention. Governor Rick Scott and Attorney General Pam Bondi are speaking tonight, a day after Donald Trump was formally named the party's nominee. Kenneth Gregg has more on what we can expect from day 3 of the RNC.
It's Mike Pence's big night at the Republican National Convention. The Indiana governor will officially accept his party's nomination for the Vice President of the United States.
It is very humbling for me.
Pence will be the keynote speaker tonight at the convention that so far has been more about Hillary Clinton than the Republican nominee.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie used most of his time on the big stage to attack her.
As to Hillary Clinton, the charge of putting herself ahead of America, guilty or not guilty.
The anti-Hillary tone could change a bit tonight during Governor Pence's speech. Trump selected Pence to help unify Republicans who are weary of Trump's conservative credentials.
Because of his popularity within the grassroots of the Republican Party, both in Washington and across the country, we feel he helps us to accelerate the unification of the party.
But some say the empty seats during primetime speeches show party unity is still an issue.
I just think this is a party that is sort of resigned to this nominee, but not excited about him.
But the delegates say that's not necessarily true.
Just because people weren't on the floor didn't mean they weren't actively engaged in the hallway.
Eric Trump will represent the family on stage tonight, telling stories about his father. It's all part of a plan to show the personal side of the Republican nominee. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, Cleveland.
And News 6 anchor Ginger Gadsden is in Cleveland right now covering the convention, and she told us that Pam Bondi already had a mic check this morning, and Governor Scott will be the first speaker tonight, so that'll happen around 7:30. Ginger will have much more from the governor and a UCF student chronicling the event on social media later on News 6 and 4. Well, a key vote in Daytona Beach could have a major impact on the homeless population there. Tonight, city commissioners will take votes on plans for both a temporary and permanent shelter. Commissioners will decide on whether to use the vacant Armed Forces Reserve Center off Beach Street as a temporary shelter.
They'll also vote on a plan to open a permanent shelter that would open next year. The problem in Daytona Beach gained attention earlier this year when dozens of homeless people were forced to move outside the Volusia County Administration Building, a place they called their safe haven. They were moved to a temporary shelter run by the Salvation Army, but that center is closing.
A Lake County boy is being called a hero after he saved his friend's dog from a house fire.
And then I see my friend Jordan waving, and he has the dog, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I run over to him, give him a big hug, because I swear God's looking after us, because I left the back door open the other day, and that's how he got in and saved our dog.
Neighbors shot this cell phone video of smoke billowing out of the house on Falls Crest Circle in Claremont last night. Firefighters believe a lightning strike is to blame here. The family who lives in the home says neighbors have reached out to offer them a place to stay. And, you know, lightning strikes are just so dangerous around here.
Oh, yeah. I lost power yesterday in Winter Park. It was bad.
We'll see more of that. You can see that live view in high definition over downtown Orlando. You can see I-4, the 408. Some folks on the roadways cranking that air conditioner because the heat is the story before we see a few of those showers and storms. Not seeing widespread rain today, but we will see a little bit more as we head into the afternoon, mainly as that East Coast sea breeze develops and pushes inland. You can see just a couple of those showers, not quite thunder showers.